Hey guys, how's it going? Whoa, that's too loud. Well, at least I'm not muted now. So, oh boy. I know I was quiet this morning, but geez. Let's try that. Well, at least I'm not muted. That's all that counts. I don't know what the hell happened. I'll leave the microphone. Don't fiddle with a microphone when you get up early. So I was trying to be quiet this morning and I muted the microphone. Okay. So we're still March 28th, 2021. And yeah, I'm still awake. I sound like I'm wide awake too, which is really nice. I guess. For now it's 9:30. I got an hour and a half before I go to bed, so fun stuff. So what is new? I had a great day today. Rainy as hell, but did manage to I was kind of surprised because like I said, my son is my own he has his own things happening, and although the wheels are rolling with him as far as Brantford goes and some of the ideas that I had, I'm going to turn this microphone once and I'm going to pay. Okay. Anytime you touch the microphone, make sure you don't mute the thing. It's kind of weird. It's got a mute button and then it's got this little sensitive thing. It's a blue microphone. But anyways, it's not muted, so cool. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we went down to Brantford and Nanticoke today. He wanted to do that. And I was like, yeah, you want to do that? I figured you might want to do something else, or I was kind of surprised about that. I said, well, I can't fly the drone today. He says, well, that's okay. He just wanted to check out to see if he could catch one of the trains coming out of Nanticoke, because I guess they've just been starting up with some Indian blockade that they had for about 7 months or something. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't even know. I never really thought of the Indian blockades. I was like, oh crap. So that explains. So things aren't quite normal. So it's hard to say what's going to be normal. So I've not too worried about following them that much. It looks like that engine is back. I got a funny feeling this engine here is either coming back for maintenance or something, or some outfit change, or it's actually part of something else and just sits there. I don't know. Who knows? What else is new? Yeah, I got 2 people on. How you doing? By the way, guys, if you're ever on this thing and the damn thing mutes, let me know in the chat. Even though sometimes I don't get it, I do check the chat as much as I possibly can. So let me know if I'm muted. That way I can see what's going on. We got another closed thread. What could it be? Could it be that, let's see, I started it, talked about a few songs, has nothing to do with trains, although indirectly it does, because I'm on train sims, so there must be a reason. A little cryptic message, nothing too fancy, and suddenly it turns into a music thing, which, I was kind of amused at that. I said Supertramp's a good one. I like Heart, Blondie, blah blah blah. We just keep going on and on and on and on, and videos that don't think and whatever. And it goes on, and Dreamweaver, and then Seagoon lists a whole whack of songs, and there's a bunch of videos. I'm never into dance music. I avoid the much music, blah blah blah. Talking about this. Just a fun little thing that we talk about that doesn't have to do with trains. Well, finally, after I don't know how many days this thread lasted. When did it start? When did I start this thing? It wasn't that long. It was earlier this week. March 25th. Where are we at here? Oh wow, it was like only a few days ago. It wasn't too bad. So March 27th, 2 days later, we're still going on. Not sure about Blondie, blah blah blah. And then yesterday, I basically said, well, I guess Supertramp Dreamer fits me the best, as much as I love Dreams by Van Halen. I love this video with animation with the train station as well. And what it is Dreamer, the music of Dreamer, and there's a train station. So it's actually related to trains. It's the only thing that's actually mentioned about trains in this whole thing. And what happens? I love music. I was in the point of doing the mix and interior rock and rain, blah blah blah, and giving music. However, the general forum is specifically for general railroading forum for topics not specific to any one simulator. If you'd like a forum for non-railroading topics, ask Nell. If you'd like a topic reopened, ask Nell. I asked Nell to be kicked off of this forum too, and well, that didn't happen, so I didn't get a response. Whatever. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I mean, you want to lock it, I was like, okay, sure. I guess they like it quiet on these forums. Like, I don't know. So of course I had to get the smartass mobile rolling here, and yeah, we saw this one. Like, woo! Look at this, 119,000 views. ETS 2. Is that a train simulator? European train simulator? What is that? Oh, I know. That's that truck simulator I had. That European, not the American one. I actually had European trucks. That's European truck simulator 2. Is that about trains? I don't know. ETS 2 drivable buses. Does this have anything to do? Bus terminals, but I do not understand it. Sorry. Okay, so this was way back in July 21st, 2019, and we see a lot of stuff about trucks and 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 lots of trucks, and hey, this is cool. I like trucks, even if it's on a train simulator site. Because guess what? If I don't like it, I don't have to read it. And I like trucks. I like truck simulator. I like American Truck Simulator, railroad. You know whatever. Jeez. And an image hub and all this and blah blah blah, not there anymore. So blah 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 blah. You know, it just goes on and on and on and on. Hello, where am I at here? Am I at the end now? Last. Let's go to the last one, please. Thank you. Oh, 80. I was right there. And yeah, it just keeps going on, and version 1.4 is now okay, so that's cool. And then they're showing it, and it's awesome, and it's cool, and it's European. Not that I follow the European Truck Simulator, but of course, I mean, that was March 24th, which wasn't that long ago. So I just said, wow, after 80 pages, you think this would be locked because it has nothing to do with choo-choos. By the way, I like buses too, and would love to see this thread continue. I like trucks. I like buses, because it was about drivable buses. It's like, are they even talking about buses at this point? I don't know. Is it even on topic anymore? I don't know. I don't care. I mean, that's how much I care about it. So yeah, nobody can crush my dreams, damn it. Not even a friggin' moderator at Train Sim. Friggin' off their friggin' rocker or what? I mean, I know this. I know the forums are boring. Oh man, that's all you guys talk about is trucks and shit. And I talk about music. What? It's nothing to do with transportation. I don't get it. I don't get it. Come on, Scott. Now I'm calling you for duty, dude. He's trying to me to get the to start the shit disturbing. He's like Sean. He's kicking me on. He's like, we like each other. I was gonna post. I was gonna reply to it. I kind of, because he was the one that let me know about it. I'm surprised he didn't make a smart ass comment. But he did. He mentioned about I don't know what the hell it's got to do with all this topic and all this other stuff. And he's right. And I could have ignored it. I could have just went on my merry way. But you know something? The hypocrisy on this forum is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, okay, I understand. Like life must be hard to be an administrator, or the deputy sheriff department of whatever the hell it is you think you're trying to control. But get a friggin' grip, people. I mean, is that the most hypocritical thing? What the hell? Nobody. Yeah, I have seen mud being thrown at people like left and right, and it's just going on and on and on, and I'm loving it because, quite frankly, I don't. And then I've heard stupid comments like, "Well, if too many people will complain about it, we close the thread." Okay. Maybe people were complaining about because it was music and it offended them. I mean, they talk about British shit that I don't even haven't, or Australian shit that I haven't got. I post a message like get a room or something. It's got nothing to do about trains, but I have some fun with them. If it bugs you, guess what? Don't read it. I suppose you could say, and this was the whole thing about, me actually saying, because I was actually I was letting things get to me. And no, this isn't getting to me. This is actually comical and amusing. And I just figured, I got about an hour tonight. I can't really dig into the programming that I want to do until tomorrow. Yeah, I did say the word programming. You're not hearing. I've already been doing other sides, but I'll get to that in a minute. My son and I had some pretty good conversations today. I got really excited about something. I thought he'd be on the same page too, but he's got his own projects right now, which is okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad he's got his own projects, quite frankly, and it just goes to show that he's becoming his own man. His own man, not his old man. I want to make clear I said that, but he's. Well, anyways, I'll talk about that in a minute. So, yeah, I don't know. See, I got a little distracted. I was going to go back to that topic. Oh, no. I'm about as lost as Joe Biden in the press conference. Anyways. Doesn't take much for me to be... Doesn't take much to turn into a Joe Biden, trust me. My brain ain't all there. And I'm only in my late 40s, so, hey. Kudos to him. Oh, Jesus. Oh, start talking political, Sean. No. Jesus. Don't start that, John. No. I promised I wouldn't. To somebody. I don't know who. So, yeah, what else? Let me just drop that subject, because I'd be going on about this the whole thing. It's just a freaking waste of time. Next. So, yeah. What did we do today? Yes, we went out. Okay, first of all, this morning, I don't know when it happened. I woke up at 6:45. The wheels were already turning. I started doing all the research. So the research wasn't in vain, because he was all excited about it too, and he definitely wanted to check it out. But for him, he's more interested in what the operation is like from a prototypical standpoint. He's actually not interested in doing anything in trains right now, and I'm sure as hell not going to do anything in trains. I'm not building a route, so I was originally going to do transdem for him. I was going to get the route at least set up for the thing, and he's got too many of his own trains projects going on right now, so I don't want to interrupt them. But I know sometimes he's looking for inspiration or he's looking for ideas. And I thought, I'll give him this one and see if he takes it. He didn't. I was surprised. So I don't always know my son. Sometimes he'll surprise me. I was just like, it's no big deal. I mean, for me, it was a possibility, and I was willing to roll with it, considering he'd have the time. That would allow me to focus on the programming side of things, because I knew the programming side was going to be something that I was going to be dealing with. He is still looking at getting into the asset side of things. Once he's there, that's where I'll be leaning that way, because what's next on the docket for me is I'm looking, and this is the conversation that we had. We basically, as we were going out today, researching everything that I had discovered, pretty much all the industries and where they were, we basically figured out the whole traffic pattern of Brantford for the most part, which was kind of cool. And it's going to come into play for probably the first simulation that I deal with coming up. And you think, well, why don't you do Niagara? And the reason why is for the very reason that I probably would have got bored of Niagara in a freight yard manager environment, is because it just doesn't work as well. But I'm going a different way about doing this. What I'm going to go ahead and do, despite the fact that I am still got Unity, I was going to do it in Visual Basic, but I decided, and this is like, I'm away from just Basic. I was going to go into Visual Basic. I've programmed in it before. I did RTS Bridgemaster, which wasn't much of a program, but I've done other ones. But I decided that probably the way I'm headed right now is RTS Dispatcher. And what RTS Dispatcher is going to be, and I've talked about this a little bit, I think that's the way I'm headed now. I'm going to have to wait. I'm not going to be announcing anything other than what I'm just saying right now. Basically what happened was I spoke to him, and he said, well, you need something to get your confidence up. I said, yeah, I know that. That's why I'm already doing little small programs here and there, and in Unity and all that. And, we talked about some of the 3D concepts that I was looking at doing, and some of the ideas, and he said it's going to take you a while. It's not going to come overnight, no matter how simple it seems. And I said, yeah, you're probably right. Which he probably is right. But it did look pretty simple from what I was saying, because it was more of a it was a 3D thing, but it was more of a I don't know what the hell they call those damn things. It kind of looks like Super Mario in a way, but. And he says, no, that's not 2D, that's 3D. And I said, yeah, I guess you're right. Platformer, I guess they call them. And I said, yeah, I guess that is a 3D. He says, I was thinking more 3D, like first-person shooter type thing. And he said, no, yeah, that's still 3D. I said, all right. I said, fine. And he was like, well, for dispatching, you probably don't need Unity. I said, yeah. I said, there's a lot of things I don't need Unity right now. I says, the only thing I really feel I need Unity for is when I go ahead and go for the whole train simulator. But I'm still going to have to practice a few techniques. So I'm going to try and write this, since I have Visual Studio now, or at least the latest version, I'm going to try to write this in C# and see how it goes. I got to look into it. I'm setting aside tomorrow to do it, and if I can, all I need to do is basically get the graphical statements figured out. Get back into practicing the various methods and all that other crap for C#. It's been a long time since I wrote in C, and I know it's much easier to write into it now, so I feel confident about it. And by the way, did you notice I stopped talking about train sim? That's the way my attitude is lately. I don't give a rat's ass about all this thing. I got too many other important things to worry about than a stupid ass forum. But anyways, I decided to mention that because, that's what I said. Nobody can crush my dreams. You can close my threads all you want. I don't give a rat's ass. And, you can try to trigger me. You can try to do whatever it is you want. I'm going to be doing the triggering, and I'm going to be amusing my ass off because I don't have time for that shit. So I saw the email today. I was like, what the hell? I was like, Scott was saying, they locked us. I was like, what the hell they locked? I thought somebody had sorry, I'm going back to it because it's amusing, and I shouldn't, but it's just amusing me. I'm sorry, because they locked the thread. I thought to myself, was it something I said? And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what did I do? I posted another video and I said something. I didn't even say anything. Why would they lock the thread? And I thought somebody was starting with something else, and then it was like, they locked the thread. I think, wow. But anyways, sorry. I know, my brain works weird ways. What was I saying? See, I got this, stupid thing. Goddamn. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on. And I think I'm fine with that. I might have screenshots soon, hopefully sooner than later. This is going to be what I'm hoping to be a replacement for Train Dispatcher 3. I think it's about time we've done one. I think it's long overdue, quite frankly. And I know there's dispatcher programs out there, and I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna be have editable stuff and this and that. I don't know, and I honestly don't care at this point. I might just put it out there for free. I honestly don't know. I just might throw it out there and say, here you go, world, have fun. Just to just for the sake of doing it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. What I do know is the reason why I'm looking at doing it in C# is because I intend to long term switch over to that platform, and hopefully it continues to get easier and easier for me, because I'll tell you something, it looks a lot easier, or some videos out there and some tutorials make it look a lot easier than what it used to be. So that stigma changed, and it wasn't quite like that before. There was a time where I felt programming was easy. Back in the Commodore 64 days, for example, you just had to learn, where the pixels were, like how to poke. To this day, I know what poke 53280, means. And for most people, it's like, what? What the hell is that? Because it's not words or things that they can memorize that make sense. They don't want to memorize, like, what the hell's a number reference mean, or what is what does a 53280 mean? Well, 53280 is the background, one's the border, and And then it was 16. It was 6. Yeah, was it 8 or 16-bit? I can't remember. I think it was 6. It must have been 8-bit, but 8-bit 16 color. Does that make sense? I don't know. Whatever. It's ancient. That's all I know. Must have been 8-bit. Must have been 8-bit, 16 colors for some reason. Yeah, 16 color. You get 16 colors out of 8 bits, can't you? Maybe. Yes. No. Oh, I'm thinking the ASCII. Well, yeah, then that was 255. So that's an 8-bit. 256K. Maybe. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Yeah. Sounds good. I'm in a good mood. I checked my email for work tonight, and I hardly got anything, so that's a good sign, I think. Short work week coming up. That's good, too. Yeah, we'll see how it goes when I get there. I know I got a lot to do, but whatever. I'll do what I can do. But as far as this stuff goes, I'm going to do what I can do, and who knows, I might get into it right now. I'm not sure. But it's not much else to say, talk about it. I mean, really, that's about it. I just thought I would throw that in there and apologize for hitting the mute button accidentally this morning. Yeah. And if I did lead on that my son and I were collaborating on something that we might be, that's not the case. He's still providing me research on different things as well, that he's looking into, and then we share a lot of things, different things back and forth and all that stuff. But as far as trains goes, he's got his own projects. He's got a lot of other things that he's working on that is working good for him, and that's cool. For me, I'm not developing a trains route. It's just not happening. I have no interest in developing a trains route. It's, there's a reason why I'm not developing in trains to begin with right now. It's got nothing to do with trains. Trains is fine. If I haven't explained why, maybe I'll end this to explain basically why that is. The reason why I don't do it in trains, or why I gave up on doing what I wanted to do as trains, is because I'm a perfectionist. I don't think I'm a perfectionist when it comes to when I'm doing something. I get very critical of what I put out there. I want it to look right. I want it to look, I don't want stand-ins. I mean, I don't mind them as long as I can change the stand-ins, but I especially want to make sure that if I'm going to have a difficult time changing elevations, ever since I went to Transdem and the elevations, it's been a love-hate thing. Before it was easy just being flat, because then I could just build everything up and worry about the elevation later. The problem was that once you've got a lot of assets and stuff, it's very difficult to suddenly start changing the elevation with all those assets on it. And that was the dilemma I was facing. How high is that yard? How high, does the bowl go quite like this? It was so much so that it was actually some of the inspiration that was leading me to get the drone in the first place. And it's kind of weird, because that train's interest actually led for me to getting the drone, which has nothing to do with trains now. So I've totally gone away from trains. My son's still into it, but as far as the drone goes, that's a totally different ball of wax. I mean, most of it's just pure inspiration, period. Just inspiration and enjoyment of flying, and just learning about different things. There's still the other side, which is the creative side from that inspiration, that I want to be able to do something. I want to be able to, on days that I can't get out, to be able to sit at my computer and enjoy the fruits of my labor and get into a simulation, just like I used to. Just like I would do in, Run 8 or for whatever. Run 8 for the longest time satisfied all my desirous. It was such a step, and it was such a massive change that I don't know how version 3 can top version 2's impact from version 1. And it's just the way it is. And I had more to talk about that and what's going on. I'm not worried about if, when, or whatever version 3 comes out. Run 8, it doesn't matter to me anymore. As I said, I do mention it, but I mention it only because of the backstory as to why was I into that for so long, and now I'm kind of trying to find myself. And that's basically it, the reason. It's because I'm trying to find that part of me that needs to get my hands into something big. And there's no train simulator out there that can do it. Run 8's the best. Everything else is second class as far as I'm concerned. Nothing stands up to it. Freight Yard Manager is pretty good, but it has its issues, just like Run 8 does. So really, there's this huge opportunity. Unfortunately, it takes expertise, it takes knowledge, and it takes some time to learn some of this stuff. And it takes a time to develop it too, especially if you don't have a team behind you. So there's a lot to go on here. And the way I want to frame this whole RTS brand now is I want to build things that I can add on to it. So by doing the dispatcher and having it a standalone system that may be capable of multiplayer, I don't know yet, but for now I'm not worried about that. But a standalone system that eventually takes into account waybill and car forwarding and all that other stuff. You think, what the hell's that got to do with dispatching? Well, it does have a lot to do with dispatching, especially when it affects the length of the trains, where trains are working, etc. It's not going to be simplified like Train Dispatcher 3 is. Work here, you become this length, you can become that length, all that other stuff. There's going to be a process into it. So, I'm looking forward to it personally. So, but for now, I'm going to end this. There's not much more to say about it right now. I think I covered everything. I thought I would share the little comical brief there at the beginning, but anyways, there's not too much more to talk about. I will see you guys whenever I see you next. I don't know when that will be, but got nothing planned. Hopefully, as far as the screenshots go, I might have something soon, perhaps. Then again, maybe I won't. I don't know. But we're just going to keep on digging and see what happens, and I'm looking forward to it. So until then, have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later.